Not winning with your new team? Well, I've got strategies that will win every time. Let's talk about it. Winner number one is to be personable with your team. People love people who are real and people that they can get along with and talk to and just easy to be around. And so a leader can always be personable with each individual on the team and the team as a whole. Have casual conversations with them, joke around with them. Let them see you as a real person. And this is winner number one that works every single time. Winner number two is being transparent. And being transparent is more than just being honest and being truthful about information, but it's opening up. It's being more vulnerable with your team members. It's sharing life lessons with them, things that you've gone through. They've gone through some things and you've gone through some things. It's more than just giving surface answers. It's giving a little bit more of yourself to your team. And when you are transparent with the things that you've gone through or just experiences in your life, this opens you up to them and they will start to open up to you. So being transparent is number two, and it is a winner for sure. Winner number three is being relatable with your people. They need to make some type of connection with you. And if you've gone through an experience and they've gone through the same experience, such as, the loss of a pet or the birth of a baby, if it's something that you can relate because it's happened to you like it's happened to them, maybe not the very same situation, but you can relate to what they're saying. And so being relatable is about feelings. You know how they feel because it happened to you. It's about connecting with the individuals on the team. So it's very, very critical if you can relate to them on some level. Now, you don't have to have everything in common, but there are some things that you should be able to connect with each team member on your team. And so being relatable is winner number three, and it works like a charm. Now let's talk about some do's and don'ts. One thing that you don't want to do in coming into a team is to separate yourself from the team. You're new to management and it's probably a position that you haven't had before, or you're being shifted to a team that's new to you. And what you want to do is associate with the team. You do not want to just associate with the managers or the group that are your peers. It's a good thing to associate with your team as much as possible. They will appreciate this, and it will bring a joining together instead of a separation between employees and managers. So this sometimes is a mistake that new team managers make. So that's one thing that you don't want to do. Another thing that you don't want to do is come in and make decisions without involving the team. Remember, that team has been together longer than you've been on the team. They know more about team dynamics and what's going on the team. So it would be to your advantage to get their input before you start making changes. If you see a change is necessary, talk to some of the members on the team, see what they think. Ultimately, that decision is still totally in your hands. But if you talk to them, involve them in decisions, you're making connections with them and letting them know that you care about what they think and what's best for the team. And you're just making that joint connection, and it will just help you in the future when you do that. But the worst thing you can do is come in and make a bunch of changes without involving team members and hearing their side of it, getting them help with the decisions that you're making, just getting their input on these decisions. So those are two don'ts that you don't want to do. Next, we will go over the do's. Now, some of the do's that you want to do with your team is to share stories with them. If something happened to you over the weekend that involved customer service or something that will kind of relate back to their job function, share that story with them and let them know how it felt, and then encourage them to share stories with you also of things that may have happened over the weekend, whether it's a good service or a bad service that they experienced. But this is talking on a different level about, it's relating more to them and talking to them on a different level other than just going over the metrics of their productivity and that type of thing. So you want to share stories with them. Another thing that you want to do is talk freely. Don't always talk about work. Have a conversation about maybe what happened over the weekend or the movie you went to see or something like that. But don't let every conversation be about the job or the work that they do. or something like that. It has to be, more than that. Open it up to other things more than that. Another thing that you may want to try is meet at a different area. Sometimes when you always call a person back to your office, they feel like they're in trouble every time they come to your office. And so if you want to kind of change that up, if you call them back, maybe tell them some good news, or maybe go on a walk around the building with them and talk to them in their one-on-one, or talk to them about things that's been going on, or get a group of people together and on their break time, walk around the building or do something like that. That's a little different. Or you can go to the cafeteria, you can go to the break room, just different places instead of just meeting in the same place over and over. But these are things that will be helpful to you and help you connect with your team on a better level than just a surface level. So make sure you're doing some of these do's. Now, before I give the last strategy, I'd like for you to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button to support this channel so that more leaders can get this information. Now, the last strategy that I have for you, winning strategy, is to model the behavior that you want your team to embody, which means not only doing what I tell you to do, but doing as I am doing. So you don't do what I say, but you do as I do. So if I'm telling you we need for you to come to work on time, guess what? I need to be to work on time. If I want people to show up to meetings on time when I'm meeting with them, I should be there waiting on them or showing up at least on time. So this is what you want to do to be a leader. Give an example of how you want your team to follow you. And in doing this, they will respect you because you're asking them to do the same thing that you're doing yourself, not asking them to do any less. And so basically, this is a great example and a great way to gain their respect, gain their trust, and just make that connection much, much better. So it is indeed the last winning strategy. Well, that's it. You have the 4 winning strategies of being personable, being transparent, being relatable, and setting the example for your team. These are 4 winning strategies that will win every time. Believe me. And it'll just make you connect with your team much, much better, the team connection, and be a winner. So if you want a team that's winning, if you want to be on the winning side, use these 4 strategies and go out and win.